ready for our main event, and here's Hoss with the introduction.
Introducing first, hailing from Yorkshire, England, representing WCW, Dave Taylor! And his opponent.
And his opponent is the HWA heavyweight champion, Race Steele, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And of course, Mike Sanders, this is the match that you asked for.
Little boy Blue coming to the ring with his little shiny gold around his waist.
Coming to the ring, hailing from Albuquerque, New Mexico, he is the HWA heavyweight champion, Race Steele!
And there you have it, Race Steele out against David Taylor. Steele has met some top flight competitors, but Taylor raises the bar, no doubt about it. Mike Sanders, this guy, a great chain wrestler, and he knows all the styles. He's been to Japan, Australia, the continent.
Let me tell you something, Race Steele, I'll give you credit. He's a good little helper, but he's gonna have to step up to the plate here. I mean, Dave Taylor ain't nobody to be playing around with. He knows his way around the ring. He's been in the business for years.
Steele ducks under and takes Taylor out of the ring on that one.
Little boy Blue showing some spark there.
And of course, Dave Taylor was tag team partners with William Regal when he was in WCW. Talk about a great chain wrestler. Yes.
Let me tell you something, Steve and Dave, best in the business.
Oh!
Gotta see the dentist after that one.
Steele made a mistake by trying to be a gentleman with David Taylor, the veteran from England. Throws that European uppercut and throws it with effectiveness. Snapmare. Taylor.
That's what I'm talking about, Les.
He's a great wrestler.
You gotta want it.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Race Steele has always wanted it, and I've seen this guy rise to the challenge time and time again, Mike. I can't believe that it's going to be that easy for Dave Taylor here tonight.
Dave Taylor's just toying with him right now.
We would like to remind you, the HWA TV tapings are every Sunday night, Jeffersonville, Indiana, at the Davis Arena on Mechanic Street. That's 7:30 p.m., and it is free admission. Come on down and join us and enjoy the action. Taylor with a step over toe hold. Steele overbalances him, comes up with a toe hold of his own, and we're seeing some good counter moves here too, Mike Sanders.
Little boy Blue's getting lucky.
Well, you know what? I believe he's smart enough to be impressed with Taylor's credentials, but not intimidated.
He might not be intimidated, but he can't afford to make any mistakes in the ring. I mean, I think he's taking Dave Taylor just a little too easy. When that happens, that happens.
Yes, well, we're talking about a veteran of 2 years versus a veteran of I'm not sure how many years. As I said, Taylor's done it all. Steele with a nice reversal into a hammerlock. Steele applying the pressure. Taylor looking for the ropes, looking for a handle to get out of this one. Well, Mike, you made the match. Talk to me here.
Let me tell you something, Les. You take a guy like Race Steele, which I'm sure, who has Race beat? In his career, who has he ever beat? Give me a name. Give me a name.
You want major?
Let me tell you something.
You want major names. I can't give you any major.
I want to know who Race Steele has beat to get to where he's at. I'm not gonna take anything away from the kid because he's a hell of an athlete. I can see that. He's got a good physique. Seems like he knows his way around the ring. But he's in there with a top competitor. He's in there with somebody that's been in this business for 20 years.
Yes,
and you don't go into this match taking it lightly.
I don't think he's taking it lightly. I think he's wrestling.
No, he didn't take it lightly. He wasn't here last week to wrestle. What, he gonna take a week off? Think he just come back?
In truth, I think last week was his birthday and he was off.
So let me ask you something, Les. How many days did you work on the road when it was your birthday?
Probably all of them.
Every single one of them. How many days did you work during Christmas?
All of them.
Exactly. You don't take off for your birthday, Les Thatcher. That wasn't like that when I broke into business back in '99.
Well, he's here now, and I think giving a good account of himself, Mike. What can I tell you? Taylor, no doubt, the more experienced of the two. He's in the driver's seat right now, but Steele's hardly out of it. I will say this, Taylor has been smart. He's kept the younger man on the ground. He's taken his speed away from him.
Hasn't even let him hit the ropes one time.
And his power, absolutely.
Kept him right in the center of the ring. You don't learn this stuff in school either.
No,
Les
I will say
you
this.
don't learn this
I
stuff
will
taking
say
it
this.
off for your birthday.
You had an ace in your sleeve, up your sleeve here, Mike Sanders, when you brought Dave Taylor in. Almost a 2 count there by Steele. Taylor in, single legs him, drops for the cover. Steele kicks out. Oh! I don't know if that's in the rule book, is it?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I think Race Steele may have to be checking himself into the dentist after this one.
Wow, David Taylor.
Well, he needs to have his face rearranged anyway. He's not a very good-looking guy. I don't think he's very popular with the chicks.
I'm impressed with the competition that I've seen thus far in this main event. We also want to remind you, while we're watching this one, that joining us here next week on HWA TV, WWF superstar Val Venus. And I'm sure you got something in store for him too, Mike Sanders.
Always got a little something in store, Les Thatcher. You know, Les, Race Steele better kick it in gear here and find himself with a loss.
Taylor working on that arm. Steele feeling the wear and tear. Steele with a kick to the midsection and a chop. Down goes Taylor. Steele in trying for the quick cover. Taylor out on 2. Steele's not out of it here yet. Clothesline drops Taylor. Taylor kicks out.
You know, Race Steele spent a lot of time on his back during this match.
Well, I won't tell you he hasn't.
Of course, I've heard he's used to spend a lot of time on his back, but anyway.
Good competition. Steele reverses the whip.
Oh!
Ducks the flying cross body. Steele
Taylor,
up now.
flyer.
Let's see what Steele going to do here. Jumps the jumping Steele cutter. Is he going to get the pin?
A what?
He got it.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, you better wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
What am I going out there?
My God, that's it. Steele has beat Dave Taylor. Steele has beat Race Steele has beat David Taylor. Mike Sanders has hit the ring. Oh, and here comes Steve Bradley. We've got Sanders and Bradley's nailing Sanders. Taylor's out of the ring. Sanders is headed. Man, oh man, Race Steele comes up the winner. Let's see what Steve.
Sanders, you like to come around here running your mouth. Well, I'm coming for you, and consider this a fair warning. You want to take over HWA, you're going to have to get through Mofo Steve Bradley.
And there you have it. Steve Bradley back in Race Steele. Steele's a winner. We'll be back next week with more great HWA wrestling.